Hi, Christa here, and you and I have an appointment. This is our space where we talk, we pause, we reflect, and we talk about things that are truly important. Really matters: leadership, awareness, connection, and communication. So let's make this count. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, breathe, and let's chat. Today I want to talk about, this is the beginning of 2026, and it's about goal setting. And I know everybody is busy with goal setting, but why don't my goals always work out? Why does it fail me? Now, beginning of the year, and that's one of the pitfalls that we all fall into. Beginning of the year, we come in with so much motivation, so much energy, so much plans, aspirations, so much motivation. And then we go in and we make these big goals and we set them. And then 2 weeks, a month into it, real life happens. And that's when we start realizing is the goals that we set out, it's not always sustainable. Now that's one of the big things that we need to think about when we set goals. Motivation is an activator. It gets us moving. Motivation without structure and discipline actually falls flat. Because motivation, you can't keep on with the same motivation if you're not aligned with where you are at. And this brings us to the point of capacity. When we set goals, are we really in alignment with our capacity? Are we in alignment with where I am at, what I've got to offer, what I can bring? Because this is an important thing that we often do not address. We don't think about when we're setting goals. We can have all these aspirations, we can have all these fantasies, we can have all these really well thought through dreams and goals that we want to go for. But if it's not in alignment with your capacity, Forbes did a study and they said there's those internal nervous system, belief system saboteurs. A lot of people, when they start setting goals, start feeling excited, but there's something gnawing in their stomach. And we need to listen to that, because that gnawing is going to be the one thing that's going to trip you in reaching your goals. So what are those gnawing things? A lot of people have all of a sudden, they've got these dreams, but there's a fear on the inside. How am I going to manage and navigate my daily life? All the challenges, all the expectations, the real life challenges to reach those goals. The moment that I start feeling overwhelmed, I feel there's potentially going to be a lot more pressure, a lot more stress, and I already feel overstretched. What then starts happening is we freeze. The body, your nervous system experiences this as a threat. And the moment that there's a threat, there's either a flight, fight, freeze, or a fawn where we start pleasing. There's a misalignment with where I want to go, but what is my capacity? What I want you to do is really stop, pause, and really become aligned with what is your capacity. What are the things, what does it look like at the end of the year? When you reach your goals, what can you bring into this year to make sure that you have goals that are reachable? That we don't go into a fight or flight. That we don't go into upsetting, disturbing, challenging our nervous system to such an extent that we're not reaching our goals. I had a conversation with one of my clients the other day, and she said to me, I never have goals because they never last. And when we really started unpacking that, underlying was the fear. If I have more goals, there's going to be more on my plate. The nervous system really retaliated. And when we started reframing that and asking, but what is it, what will make your life easier? What will make your life feel more fulfilled? That moment was a changing for her immediately, realizing she wants to have a healthier life. Why? Because then she can show up for her family, she can show up for herself, and she can do her work. And she can reach the targets. Now, that's a goal. And the moment that it felt in alignment with the gains, it was more achievable. Then she could put in the structure to actually make sure that she reaches that. So we need to have some kind of accountability, some kind of support to help us to reach those goals. If we don't have those structures, motivation alone is not going to get you. So what I want you to realize, we need to be mindful of our own capacity. Where are you? What is it that you need to be able to take a step forward? That's not retaliating you. That's not a threat. And then sit and really try and find an alignment with stretching to reach a goal, but being able to follow through. Manageable steps. Be realistic. So don't stop having goals. Don't stop having dreams. Don't stop reaching for more. But be mindful of the pitfall that if we overstretch, the fact is you're not going to have the goals met that you're setting out, because you're going to sabotage yourself and you're going to go revert back into a comfort zone. Christa here. Thank you for keeping the appointment. If this topic resonates with you, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share it with somebody that can really help you. Let's keep showing up for ourselves, for our teams, and for everybody else. And I'm looking forward to our next appointment.